Thank let's get the job done, and let's move. Again, from the home-based players' perspective, it's an opportunity to perform open. What does that give the home players a because the ball is not in the game. This is what we're all expecting, a good time for the player, 90 minutes of action. It nearly went to the penalty shootout yesterday, when TNT played against Jamaica. Of course, Tanzania believe that Nigeria won the Nigerians also believe that this will be an opportunity to beat Ghana. So, let's see what will happen. I want to provide you with some Ghanaian jollof. Oh, I'm used to the Ghanaian jollof. Yeah. So, I agree that Ghanaian jollof is the best. You know, okay, alright, don't worry, you hope you're all back on the top. But ladies and gentlemen, let's now join the live feed in London, Brentford, at Ghana faces Nigeria. The Black Stars taking on the Super Eagles will join you again at our time.
Majority of those involved. This game comes at the end of a domestic season. To some extent that's reflected in the squads. Plenty of good talent on show still. And a few new names to have a look at. A few debutants from the start and more to follow from the bench. Even buoyed out a fair few regulars at the back and up top. There's still plenty of proven quality for Nigeria. With Wilfred Ndidi, Samuel Chukwueze starting, while Brentford's Frank Onyeka returns to his parents' club pitch, having been on loan in Germany. 3 debuts from the start here: Papa Daniel, Nico Ogbu and Sidiku Alimi of Ramo Stars, who are the newly crowned Nigerian champions, and they are well represented in this squad picked by coach Eric Shell. The Ghanaian 11 looks a little lighter on experience. 19-year-old Aaron Essel and 20-year-old Christopher Barbonsu both make their senior debuts. What an occasion for them. At the other end of the spectrum, Captain Jordan Ayew plays for the 112th time for the Black Stars. All four of the players pulled up from Ghanaian domestic football start tonight. On the right of your picture there, second spell in charge. Stuart Atwell is meeting two players who know this pitch very well. Wilfred Ndidi on the right, Jordan Ayew on the left, Premier League regulars. Toronto's opposite number, the still new Nigerian coach Eric Shell. Nothing new about Jordan Ayew, so experienced only his brother Andre has for it. International caps, he's been playing for a little longer to be fair. Alice Abdul Samid, cheerleader in chief down there. A lot of these Nigerian players still trying to impress the new coach, and a few of them there's Eric Shell. Only appointed in January, he is the new coach they're trying to impress. They got 4 points from 6 in the 2 World Cup qualifiers in March, the first games in charge for him. They would have won both, but for conceding right at the end of their match against Zimbabwe. All 3 goals in those 2 games were scored by Victor Osimhen. He's one of a few headline absentees here, but a real chance for others to shine. Should I say so? For the Super Eagles. Here we go, and we hope for entertainment between Nigeria and Ghana on the same level as last night's opening Unity Cup match. Jamaica 2 goals up against Trinidad and Tobago, pegged back to 2-2. And then victorious by a late penalty, 4 minutes into stoppage time. Usually, you'd think that might be a pretty tough act to follow, but let's see, these two are pretty fierce rivals. Might not be all that much unity out there tonight. 90 minutes stoppage time and a penalty shootout if required. They're set, immediately looking for running behind the big Nigerian number 9 for a rare start tonight. The forward options, so you've got a chance to add to his international goal tally. Brought into Opoku, his attempted layoff, didn't quite work for Barbonsu. The new debutant, suddenly there is room here. Advantage play by referee Stuart Atwell. Tessera in the middle was the target, but it is cut out by the 19-year-old debutant Aaron Essel. Alimi released down the left, and even with his keeper targeting his feet, Essel couldn't be certain. Good decision from the teenage debutant, and taking it quickly from Nigeria. Just in the nick of time, comes back here to Sadiq Ismaila, and Robali, and the Nigerian goalie. Stanley Robali plays in South Africa. 20th cap for him tonight. Semi Ajayi back in the fold. Experience for their defenders in this lineup, Semi Ajayi for sure. Jockey's back in the fold, given the inexperience of those around him. Here's Wilfred Ndidi. 63rd cap for the Super Eagles skipper tonight. Gideon Mensah playing it cool. So there, yo-yoing with those there in the top couple of divisions of French football for a while now. Respectable mid-table this season. Stayed up. Till now his coach right in his ear throughout this first half. Probably be looking forward to the second. Captain Ayub take the Ghana free kick. Looking at the far side, and now here is Barfonsu. Looking for a free kick, he's got up again, he's got the ball at his feet, in towards Ayub. It's an important intervention from Ajayi. They want an offside flag, it hasn't come, and anyway will do, as it's stuck clear. Oh, mistake at the back from Simpson. Was he fouled? Well, apparently not. The Nigeria fans behind that goal thought so. Real scare for Ian Razak Simpson.
No.
There is asking the question. Simpson's mistake originally here, and then after he slipped. Well, yes, it was an accident, the slip, but it's still upended Cyril Dessert. Meanwhile, at the other end, scramble in the Nigerian box. What a lively first 5 minutes. Feels like last night all over again. Not doing that well. Going to have to go some to keep up with the pace of play here. Yes, sir. Nothing about from him. Possession drifted away again now. And again. Well, quick tempo. See a lot of possession turned over here. It's like Salih Abdul Samud has got a problem here. Plenty of the season just gone. He was promoted with Sunderland to the Premier League on loan from Lens. Seems okay, no treatment required. Back we go. Joey. Into Ndidi. Still playing at right back. One of the Ramo Stars players, just a second cap here. Strong from Simpson, and he's earned the free kick too. More composed. Nessa. Away from Onyeka. Mamudu coming forward from right back. And he's continuing his run too. Not used by it. Ghanaian fans wanted a shot. Three players who've lost their footing already here. A real evening. Ambrosius back to Benjamin Asare, who took a little bit of a chance there with Chukwueze bringing down his neck. Very confidently done. Great ball to do that from the Nigerian bats. Another Ghanaian free kick, they're getting on with it. But I think the ball's still moving. Papa Daniel, the Niger Tornadoes. Scored 4 times in the season just gone. Including in the win against the champions, the Remo Stars. Who are well represented out there. It's on their first Nigerian Premier League title, the Remo Stars. Ayew curling it in behind there for a Opoku. That was the intention anyway. Is Sonia H. A lot of quick turnovers, a lot of niggly fouls. Almost too high pace for its own good, this one. But a lively watch already. SL to Ambrosius and now Mamudu looking long. That's a great take from Chukwueze, releasing Cyril Dessert. That had to be well timed, and wasn't it just? Aaron Essa, superb. What a busy start to his international career he's had. A real standout player in the under-20 group. The under-20 AFCON in Egypt. He's had plenty to do in the opening 9 minutes here. It looks like he's going to have his work cut out. He's the man who picked it. Otto Addo, the first Ghanaian to play for and coach Ghana at a World Cup. Left after that, but back again as of last year. Mobani under no pressure, looking long again. He's got the height of Dessert. Roymat and Alimi. He's on the physical side too, but his foul again there, just a bit too eager. Sidiko Alimi, another one of the Remo Stars brigade on debut here. Sami caught again. That on the same angle he was holding earlier. Now he's smiling. Can't be too bad. So eager to get the tackles in at the moment here. That's seeing a fair few little fouls like that. Nancy was already on his bike then looking for an early delivery. Myself back to Asare. Now, Opoku couldn't go for that, but Bob Boxers could. Sami, Ambrosius, and Stuart Atwell. Just having a word with Jordan Ayew there. That whistle's been busy 11 minutes in. Shot on the foot of Onyeka. Meanwhile, Mensah now defending again, and that's a foul on him by Dessert. Everyone mistiming their challenges so far here tonight. Cyril Dessert implying a dive, and says every time to Stuart Atwell, but it looked like he caught him. Just there. Nothing divey about that, to be honest. Cyril Dessert getting a rare opportunity to start tonight. Couple of goals in his 6 caps. Scored against Ghana last year actually. Just scored 29 times across the various competitions for Rangers in Glasgow. The season just gone. Another foul, this time by Shimeru. One more for Ndidi. Jai, that's a tantalising ball down the channel, and this time, having been fouled, Besser will get the free kick the way he wants it. It's a pull forward down the channels. Maybe doesn't finish as many as, well, perhaps Glasgow Rangers fans would hope. Well, better as the season went on for sure, following a bit of criticism earlier on in it, losing his place at times. Eric Shell just been telling Chukwueze and Anya Maiti what he wanted out of this free kick, and that might be it. Well, the flag's still up, that wouldn't have counted even if it had gone in. Two or three, and Dessert included. Ndidi. Back into the debutant we go. Upu. Nice for him to have Sammy Ajayi going next to it. Both trying to get it forward pretty quickly. Hits the high turnover, that and the high energy. Absolutely rattling at it here. The Smiler has won it really well. Awkward cross here. Dessert! Nigeria lead! Cyril Dessert in front of the Super Eagles fans. And into the Super Eagles fans. Didn't he take it well? And a huge pat on the back for Sadiq Ismaila. Brilliant from the right back to make it happen. Nigeria 1, Ghana 0. Early at the G-Tech, and we've got to go already. His team are behind. Dessert, the Nigerian hero. Just look at Sadiq Ismaila here, coming in to win it. One thought in his mind, get down there, get the other space. The slip from Razak Simpson is costly, but Dessert took advantage. Great work from Ismaila. And a very composed finish. Cyril Dessert, who scored against Ghana last year for his second Nigerian goal, has done it again here for his third. I don't think you'd say either goalkeeper's had any notable involvement yet. But Benjamin Asara has had to fish the ball out of his net. And here they come again. 3 on 3. Chukwueze trying to release the goal scorer. Dessert nearly poked it through. And here is Ismaila again. The Nigerian Danny Alves, I saw somebody call it. And that was a bombing run in a similar fashion. Shell played international football for Mali. He's coached them before this, already appointed in January. Upturning World Cup qualification hopes, but they are in trouble in that. Six nations in their group, they're fourth Nigeria, and only top is guaranteed through. The four best runners up have a shot at it. Well, they're fourth, and with 4 games to go, 2 of them are against the top 2. So it is odds against that Nigeria will be at the big show on the other side of the Atlantic next summer. odds on that Ghana will be their top of their group in the future play, and will get going again for both September of this year. Chukwueze. Mamadou did well, important toe-in. And that is absolutely brilliant there from Ashimeru. He's still going. Was the ball won? Yes, it was. Stuart Atwell had a great view of it. It's a super run from Ashimeru. Nigeria just managing to close ranks as much by luck as judgment, I think, there. Throwing in the challenges. They're super committed in the tackle so far tonight. They're awkward. Slavia Prague, regular for them. European competition this term. We're very unlucky actually not to play in the Champions League. They lost the playoff. Should have won it against Lille, who went on to do so well. That's a blatant foul. Chukwueze upended Gideon Mensah with a pretty cynical challenge. Slightly surprised given the volume of fouls. And Stuart Atwell hasn't got his card out for that one, just to try and maybe calm things down. Past Essel, that is pretty late. This is the one they wanted the free kick for. There's some challenge coming in there. Ball and man taken, but it was an impressive run from Majid Ashimeru of Anderlecht. What a busy night for Stuart Atwell. This one a far easier call to make. Nigerian free kick. Chukwueze does. He delivers well. Dancing hit on it! It's triple in! It's 2-0! Shemi Ajayi with a killer touch! But once again, a brilliant ball in from the right. The Nigerian fans in dreamland here, not even 20 minutes played. In this Unity Cup semi-final, as the inquest begins for Ghana, their inexperienced side has been undone twice here. Ghana need to sort themselves out quickly here. Otto Addo was almost on the pitch trying to get word across, but this is a super ball in from Chukwueze. There's the header from Shemi Ajayi from a good 11 yards out, and it's only a glancing blow, but there's enough on it right at the corner. I think it took a touch of a Ghanaian defender. It might have been Simpson. It was Razak Simpson, who has had a tough start to his sixth cap. Ajayi's header may well have been going on target, to be honest, at the other corner. Whether it goes down as Ajayi's goal or an own goal is beyond dispute. But Nigeria have had a cracking start here. And here we go. It suggests pre-kick-off that there won't be much unity involved in this game. These two countries are proper rivals at the top end of African football. And yet Essel is down here. Otto Addo needs to sort out his team quickly. That foul from Gideon Mensah, a costly one. I'm thinking Stuart Atwell might have been hoping for something a little more friendly tonight. It certainly hasn't gone that way for him. Onyeka and Mensah both getting a talking to here. Trying to pitch it in through the middle, and Mensah with a little kick out there. If anything, he's the more guilty party of the retribution. He has done very well, Gideon Mensah, to not be cautioned yet. He's done a couple.
I have a child that has a lot of black in his skin, a lot of mutations, but since I started using the black, I can say she's feeling better, looks better, No more itching, skin looks smoother and glacier and then this is now look like glacier blackness should consist of in my mouth.
Also, I discovered Geisha Black Soap somewhere in 2021. So when I started using it, I realized that my black spots started fading and my skin became clearer. I started having a very good skin and a smooth skin. So
It's not.
I think I'm sticking with that.
This one is okay. Doesn't look it, does he? Okay.
Let's pick up yes. Cross.
Mamudu, another one of the core call-ups of home-based players in domestic football, plays for Medeyama. Looks like that cross the point to him, but speaking of youngsters, Aaron Essel, who's had a very busy debut here, will be worried that he might be curtailed by injury midway through the first half of it. Problems for Otto Addo. Coach 4 years ago, Otto Addo first time around. Might have been a dissenting voice that has got Mamudu in trouble here. Otto Addo took the interim job to a World Cup fly-off against Nigeria, which he won. Year club career spent entirely in Germany.
Yeah. Okay, I'm coming.
And not just the best ones.
Premium Ghana cocoa beans, selected with great patience, roasted in time, grinded into a fine rich cocoa powder, tempered with a perfect amount of milk for a rich and creamy taste, filled with abundant goodness of the satisfying taste of cocoa, enriched with a burst of B vitamins, iron and zinc. Niche chocolate drink, taste of Ghana, enriched with. This advert is FDA approved.
Let the fun and excitement begin. Your #1 online casino in Ghana, Lucky Win, is back with a bang. With more than 70 new exciting games and big cash prizes, including the popular Aviator, where you can win 1,000 times your bet amount. You can also win in the 500,000 Ghana cedis cash giveaways in the cash draw, cash raid, and give back day promotions. Enjoy our welcome bonus and free gift coins available every single day. Just go to luckywin.com.gh on any of our smart devices and play a game. You can start with as low as 1 Ghana cedi and you stand to win big. My buddy, look sharp. Lucky Win. Play with less, win big.
Back into the studios here in the nation's capital, Accra, and of course it's been a tough encounter for the senior national team, the Black Stars. The Nigerians are running amok. Things seem to be working for them, not the same for the Black Stars. It's been a very, very edgy start for them. 2 goals in the back of the net, one scored by Cyril Desses, the other by Razak Simpson. It's been recorded as an own goal. The second half. Obviously, it's going to put pressure on the Black Stars for the next 45. Fortunately, I've got 2 coaches in the studio, Coach Richard and of course Reggae, and I'll leave a lot of the talking to them to tell us how they saw the first 45 minutes and probably take a sneak preview into what we expect in the second half. I'll start with you, Coach Richard. Everything seems to be gliding nicely for the Nigerians. There seems to be a lot of telepathy. They're keeping the ball to themselves, they're opening the game, catching the Ghanaians from the first break. What was the kind of first half you expected?
Yes, it was a very kind of first half I was expecting. Like I told you guys before we started that the first 10-15 minutes will determine my result. And going by what I just observed during the first 5 minutes, you can see how the Nigeria was trying to calm the game down, playing to their own rhythm. You know the Ghanaians are very fast, quick, so they play to the slow pace rhythm. 1, 2, touches, 1, 2, touches, 1, 2. So that's how you can see we were able to get the first goal and also to capitalize on the inexperience of Razak Simpson. You can see from that as well. So it was what I expected, and I believe going forward in the second half, they have to do more. They have to do more. They have to not go to sleep. We watched the game yesterday from 2 goals. The Trinidad they came in and then they also had their 2-2. So they must not go to sleep. They have to keep up their fight, especially the midfield department. I can see the bowling service and the Ashimiru, they were just bowling there. So They should just keep it up. It's a good one. Good one for them, yes.
The Nigerians are looking good in the first 45 minutes. The fans were there, or the fans are there at the stadium, and they're giving them every support that they can. But, Coach, really, you made mention just before the game started that one, we also need to look out for which of the two teams will have a very good day. Football has good days and bad days for individuals in terms of the players, etc. But standing in the shoes or sitting in the shoes of Coach Otualu and compare what you see in the first half, where do you think the Black Stars fell short, and how do we get them back?
The first place, I'll say the selection. Maybe probably you're going to play a tough game like a derby match with Nigeria. Start your best 11.
Yeah.
It's a friendly game. You're entitled to change as many as you want.
Okay.
So you give the guys, the senior guys, the start, so that the young ones you want to introduce, they will come in as subs, so that they also pick up. Now you can testify that Razak Simpson is struggling now. The back two, the back two is not working. So it's giving the goalkeeper a headache. So any attack or any reference is a problem. You can testify that after first 10 minutes, Ghana was dominating. After that, there is no reading of telepathy, there is no good play. We can't even construct 3-4 balls, and then the Nigerians too are using their normal advantage deficit, and they are really playing a counter-pressing game. They just want to bury as many as, and it's really working for them.
All right. Before we get back onto the page for the second half, let's take a quick recap of the goals that was scored again, and that would buttress the points that you made. So Ghana dominated up to a while. It was good enough for them until the Nigerians picked up the pieces and then started stringing the passes together. They got one breakthrough, especially down that right. The cross came through. Player was unmarked straight into the net. Who do we blame?
We blame the centre back. Because when it gets to that's right. When it gets to a certain level, it becomes 1v1.
Okay.
Where was your striker? Where was your defender? Your position. Because sometimes it's the ball and then the man.
Sure.
The ball, your eyes will be on the ball at the same time.
Okay.
So you can see a good cross, a teasing cross.
All right. So that was the first goal Ghana conceded, and then again there was a second goal that came in where unfortunately Razak Simpson's last touch made it an own goal against Ghana. Here again.
This is where the Nigerians believe in their set pieces. Because when it comes to this, they are more taller, they are attackers and everything are taller than our defenders. So they capitalize on advantage and it resulted in the goal.
Okay, well, we are getting back into the field for the second 45 minutes. I'm only hoping that issues could have been sorted out in the dressing room. Let's take a look at how the Ghanaians can claw back some pride. Yesterday we saw TNT goals against Jamaica. It's now the turn of Ghana. It's the second half of this game, and second half will start with a 2-0 advantage for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We'll join you again at full time.
Yeah, he'll be defending in the second half. And away we go, praying that the second half is even half as good as the first was. Possession's already been turned over, Dessert nicely done. Mensah winning it, still flying into the challenges, and this right here, first touch in international football for Uriki, and it was almost a disastrous one. 19-year-old on debut for Ghana. Just had a breakthrough season in Denmark and North Zealand. Caleb Uriki, he's come on in the right wing back role that Mamudu was fulfilling after the little reshuffle in that first half. The player making way. There's Kwame Opoku, who managed somehow to have a fairly quiet half while around it was rather eventful. Opoku off. Taken by Johnson Centre. Seems to be taking off that same central role. And he's interested here. Here he is, right on cue. Gets a shot away, wins a corner for Ghana. shine shooting. Then comes defender Ogbu. Corner is a big one. It's easy. Again on the channel. Strong defending from Ogbu. This is Zante just keeps round the side. Doesn't matter now. Gini quickly surrounded. Can't be done. Hurry up towards Minor and back again. Certainly a Joey here. Who will not get the credit for his second goal in his 22nd cap. Cameo 70 around out there. The scored no goal, but cleared it off the line himself. Just a reminder, in case you missed it last night, super game here. To make it coming through by the old goal at 5. Level of 90 minutes, straight to penalties. So, to make it awaiting. Decided to list for the Unity Cup, but at the moment it looks like Nigeria, but we shall see. Except for further lift, which can't get the next goal in this game. They are recording a penalty. Vice versa in the second half. Jaria beat it to it. Reminds you when you look at the absentee list for Nigeria, and they've still got top players out there, just how many good players they do have. Awonyi, Mofi, Onuachu, Aribo, Calvin Bassey, for various reasons. A whole team and more of top level players. Still winning 2-0 and still with plenty of quality out there. Nicely done by Barbonsu. And a firm but fair challenge coming in. Wilfred Ndidi timed it well. Well, they're keeping their powder dry here. Wait for it. 6 of them in that D for Ghana, and they come and attack now. That was the plan anyway. Up from Barbonsu, Abdul Samid, and then easy pickings for Nwabali. Plays for Chippa United in South Africa, Stanley Nwabali, and even though he hasn't had too much to do tonight, he's been a big part of the entertainment. Alto Ado has won 9 of the 27 across his 2 spells as national team coach. Played in 2 World Cups himself. Ambrosius down here. The latest in a long line of free kicks tonight. Nice layoff here. Yellow card. Onyemaichi upending the newly arrived Caleb Urenki, and you saw a little bit of that there of what Ghanaian fans are getting excited about. There's the challenge. They're excited about Caleb Urenki. Onyemaichi makes it 2-2 in cards. Offside Urenki, but already showing the attacking intent, coming from wing back as he is in this. Become a regular for Nordsjælland, scored a couple of goals for them in the Danish league. And regardless of scoreline tonight, a proud moment to be given his international bow by Alto Ado. Here's Dessert looking for the far corner and the spectacular, and finding the Ghanaian fans instead. It was Igo Ogbu who actually received the card. The trip that came after was not the challenge that brought it. That hand off there rather than the trip that followed. That's what the yellow card was out for. Thomas Asante is in there. That's a little beyond him. Steadily headed back there by Bruno Onyemaichi. Nicely done by Ndidi. Nice little change of direction with a shoulder feint. Awkward bounce. One back well. Daniel trying to poke it forward for a run that never really came. You can see what he was trying, but Alimi hadn't quite read the script. Bruno Onyemaichi, not the one cautioned. It was the debutant Igo Ogbu. Better behave himself. Look at the run of Urenki again. It's the right wing back going in the channel as a forward. Cheap shot from Christopher Barbonsu. One of several Belgian-based players in the Ghana squad. He plays for Genk. Just too eager. You can't even try and do that now. You're never going to get away with it. Here's Onyemaichi. I haven't seen him getting up that much from left back in this game. Urenki with a more sure-footed back pass that time. Asari into Mensah. Playing out from the back has felt like a dicey game all night long. That's good from Ayew. Just a slip at the worst possible time from Christopher Barbonsu there. under pressure, but very tidily done by Ajayi and Ogbu and Co. And look what it's turned into, or should I say, what it should have turned into. And he was just too keen there, Papadaniel. Dessert. Alimi. Well defended by Urenki. Salis Abdel-Samid there. May be interested to learn that his club coach, Will Still, has been officially announced as Southampton boss now. So Lens will have a new coach, so maybe Salis Abdel-Samid will have a chance to get back in there, having been loaned out. Thomas Asante dropping deep. Mensah to Ayew. Thomas Asante again, nicely done. Just enough on that to get back to Nwabali, but not the greatest clearance from him under a bit of pressure, in fairness. Abdel-Samid. Look at Barbonsu fighting there. Didn't he do well to keep it in, and legally too, against Onyemaichi. Barbonsu! He wants a debut goal. He's very direct. He is full of vigour and hard running. He needed some finish from that angle, but even so, he's a second favourite here. And look at the desire here. Nothing wrong with that challenge. Having got there, wonder if there was a better option than the one he took, but having done that hard work, why not? If it flies in the corner, no problem. Speaking of which, at the other end, this is Dessert. Good strength. Triple change coming from Nigeria shortly, but not before this latest Ghanaian attack. Need a good cross. Thomas Asante in the middle, just beyond him. Urenki. And Urenki again. Two in the middle. Into Ayew. And indeed he calmly shepherds it out. Mensah. Eric Shell readying free down there. And what players they are, more on them in a minute. Ghana looking to halve the problems here. Listen to the crowd here. Both sets of fans going for it, but the Nigerian supporters are going to be really pleased to see three regular names coming here. Chukwueze will make way. We're going to see three super experienced Super Eagles coming on here. Papadaniel coming off as well. Moses Simon coming on, Kelechi Iheanacho and Ahmed Musa there, the captain, or at least he usually is. 110 caps. And listen to the reception. Kelechi Iheanacho looking for goal number 15 for the Super Eagles. And indeed, Ahmed Musa does take the armband. Thick end of 250 caps between the three men who've just come on for Nigeria. Just being played around here though. Jordan Ayew. And again Ayew, strong tackle, but a fair one by Ajari. Free kick. Cyril Dessay here. Just receiving in there. Ambrosius St. Gallen in Switzerland. Just a little too physical, and what has been quite a scrap actually between those two. Half an hour to go. Simon picked up the left side that Alimi was on, into Iheanacho and back again. Nicely done, but well defended by Urenki. Listen to the roar from the Ghanaian fans. I tell you what, in 15 minutes of his debut here, he's really looked the part, Caleb Urenki. No wonder they're excited about him. Barbonsu with the give and go, and he's quick enough to get there, needs a good ball, and he's found one. Not a lot of room in there. Still nearly made it happen though, didn't he? Good effort from Brandon Thomas Asante. What a fantastic first goal for his country that would have been, and nearly was. Barbonsu making things happen. Sharp pass, sharp turn too, and shot from Brandon Thomas Asante. Would have livened up an already lively game. Scored a corner instead. Jordan Ayew delivers it very deep, but they're queuing up round the back and they're getting in each other's way. Urenki still going for everything. Mubali going long. Well, that's worked out all right. Free hit for Cyril Dessay. Simon moves it on to Iheanacho. Just caught Barbonsu there. And because he didn't go down, he probably didn't get the call. Probably should have been a free kick. And that is why players go down. Simon under pressure and dispossessed. Nigeria have actually got 3 games in this international window. This is the first of them. Obviously they'll be playing here on Saturday, probably. It's stand against Jamaica. They're also off to Moscow for a friendly. Both these nations have the usual September-October double-headers for World Cup qualification. Ghana in a good position, Nigeria in a perilous one, but that is not the way of it tonight. Not so far, anyway. Urenki. Simon wins it. Musa taking over. Oh, he's done very well there. Iheanacho! Flag is up, it's not going to count. Really nicely taken goal from a proven poacher. He's asking, was it me? Yes, it was. Good decision. It was good work by Musa and for Dessert to have left it for him clever. And Iheanacho thought he had his 15th goal. For about 3 seconds he did. 56 caps now for Kelechi Iheanacho, but my goodness, there is a lot of competition up front for Nigeria when everyone's fit. Mensah. Ambrosius. That's a good ball and a great run. Three in the middle. What a goal that is on the counter. And it's a first for Ghana, not only tonight, but for Brandon Thomas Asante. Brilliantly taken. Game on. It was never likely to stay at 2-0 this game. Ghana's problems are halved. Really well made. That is a super run, a great pick out, and a finish to match. Credit to all three of the Ghanaians who made it happen. And a wonderful moment for Brandon Thomas Asante. It's only his third cap. He'll never forget that though. His first goal for the Black Stars, and it's a big one. In a grudge match against Nigeria, they are in this contest again, big time. 20 minutes to play. Now then, Micheru, Barbonsu, and still Urenki here. Only had positive thoughts. It's the first conservative thing he's done since coming on. Lovely interchange here. Suddenly it's Ghana playing all the football and Nigeria clinging on. Barbonsu. Too much on that, but it's turned out okay, has it? For Abdul Samid, away by Ismaila. Listen to the Ghana fans here. Everything underneath me and to my left here and opposite. This corner of West London might as well be Accra. Brilliant atmosphere for a brilliant game of football. The Unity Cup so far has entertained richly on both nights. Shame there's only 20 minutes to play, really. Both will be in action here on Saturday, of course. But in which game? Simon just thought he was getting through. Abdul Samid. Ayew dropping deep. Nicely worked. Here's Barbonsu again. And still. Gideon Mensah. Out to Annan. Nigeria have been rattled out of their composure here. Not exactly overflowing with it to begin with, but definitely wind in sails for Ghana here. They fancy this, and you wouldn't bet against the score of the next goal being them. On we go. Musa looking for it and belatedly getting it. That is not a popular decision in front of the Ghanaian fans. Razak Simpson with a wry smile. They still haven't made that change, you know, Nigeria. He's been waiting down there, Ifeanyi, for a long time for his debut. Just keeping warm on the touchline as Kelechi Iheanacho prepares to deliver. He was a fraction away from making it 3-0, and he has boomed that miles over the top. Still in play though, and you know what? They'll stay in there. Attack still alive for now. Annan, did he keep it in? Not quite, but he has had plenty of action since coming on in that first half. Ebenezer Annan. Ghana ball, and they've taken it quickly. Here's Urenki to Barbonsu. Two debutants here who've absolutely loved tonight. One from the start and one as a sub. Barbonsu! Oh, what a ball! And what a chance for 2-2 at the far stick for the skipper. Jordan Ayew on the slide, and he couldn't quite get there. We have seen some deliveries tonight though. The assists have been brilliant. It was a tough angle. He was well beyond that far post, but even so, just couldn't steer it goalwards. Dale thought it was in. 30 goals for his country. 4 full times, still 21 behind Samoa's Jordan Ayew. What a chance there. This would have been all square. It's tempting to say that maybe 10 years ago we got that. Maybe that's harsh, but they've all been entertained here tonight. We've still got 15 minutes or so to go here. Now Sadiq Ismaila is down. Ifeanyi's been waiting to come on for Eric Shell for about 15 minutes. It is certainly a show from team 9, isn't it? There is Ifeanyi Onyebuchi. A good 10, maybe 15 minutes waiting for his debut. When you've never played for your country before, you feel a bit daft just stood there. Desperate to get on and get a touch of the ball, that heart will be thumping for sure. Hold out on your main kick. It's actually going to be a double change after all that for Nigeria shortly. Isaac Saviour and Ivieni Onyebuchi coming soon. Dessert, good physical work from him. Great take from Asimeru. Really good from the box-to-box midfielder. Barfonsu got a bit excited with the layoff. Ayew has somehow kept possession for Ghana here. That's great work. And Urenki is on, and Ayew has found him. Shimeru waited too long. Counter-attack on. Otto Addo asking how that could happen. That's a foul, but advantage will be played. Iheanacho, there's a ball in behind. It's brilliant from Iheanacho. Gets there. Was he bumped? Stuart Abbott says no. Had to take the chance, I think, Ambrosius. Ayew could have been 2-2, could have been 3-1, still could be anything. Great game of football this second semi-final. Turner again. Ndidi. Now he's lost it, he's got to get up. Waiting for ages now.
Si parla non basta tempo.
Ora è fe. Mi hanno fatto le persone. Mi hanno fatto wings. Mi hanno fatto.
Si pensano padre.
Non basta poi no.
Ai Omadido.
Dove Omadido?
Urenki. Onyeka has had a busy return to Brentford. Mike Onyeka, and he's got himself a free kick there. Half the
Infatti non sono Max.
He's going to be replaced here. Let's have a look.
E niente tempo, ma mi danno Max Silvi.
Insieme a Zabuccio, come vuoi.
Abbiamo capito che via una casa na utia auto sense. I have the own on a block.
15 minutes waiting to come on to the stadium's finish. Then we have an impromptu team here with 10 minutes to play. A bit of a timeout. I mean, who knows what's going on down there, but I'm pretty sure that if Andy's going to get his debut now, to be followed by another debutant with Collins and Groisy. Who's form? We're about to find out.
Nigeria never watching an ocean. By any recently, Buam judges recently.
Well, who's coming back for the
The last 5 matches, Nigeria has
The last 5 matches against Nigeria.
coming back for the earlier game.
David, yeah,
2024.
We'll swap it.
Place.
Playoff will be against Trinidad and Tobago as the early kick.
Where is the Black Stars? I need you to
Plenty of stuff is starting to go.
You can declare as a Black Stars.
Yes, we Black Stars here today. This is
No, I didn't force it. Or
Here we go with those changes. After a very long wait, we are first going to see Collins from Boise, who's going to replace Frank Onyeka. Interesting to see
No, no, I mean,
what
three.
ultimately it'll be a
No, I mean, three.
season for Brentford, Frank Onyeka.
Now the Hine was a unified qualify. I unified work out for
To
me.
go to Germany for regular football last term, and there, if we
It's
had
only
the
you.
Onyekuchi, Enugu Rangers, for his debut.
Nanu ya 4 years ago. Let's go review this year. Nanu ya kwa waka 4 years ago. Naam.
Formation there.
Amazon you.
Jay was made right.
Okay.
There he is. Back in the fold, having missed out on the last squad. We're also going to see Abu Francis of Cercle Bruges here to replace Ashley Meru, who's already gone off. Just confirmation of it there. Straight swap instead to midfield. Abu Francis on for his fifth cap. Well, it deserves a penalty shootout, this game. Why not? It's had everything else. Ghana have to score in the next, well, probably 12 minutes, something like that.
Nana for one take a video.
Rare, quiet moment after that extended break. He played a little layoff from
I omo compare.
First touch for Ifienyi. Brocious scored. Gideon Mensah's playing in his fifth position in this match. On the right-ish of the Ghanaian midfield now. Strong run here from Ayew. What a chance he had for 2-2. Will he get another, or can he make another? Corner. After a couple of big deep breaths, Jordan Ayew is going to take it. It's a good looking corner, and it's Caleb Urenki with the header. 19-year-old who's had such an impressive debut. You want to make an impact off the bench as a substitute, especially an international debut. I think it's fair to say Caleb Urenki has done that. Desire got him there, just needed a more glancing blow. Don't think Barley would have been stopping that. Here's again Urenki, Theory, right back in this team, but he hasn't played like it. He's Adam, who did so well to set up that Thomas Asante goal. Let's turn this one back into a contest. Nigeria just trying to hold on for a few more minutes.
2-1.
Trying to find some room, now trying to find a teammate. Urenki's there again, another lightning header. And again it's over the top of the teenager. He's stretching all the time. The veteran of the squad, picking out the baby of the squad here. That would have been just got a little quiet, having been bouncing all night long. Everything about his cameo has been full of good things. Urenki. All action. 40 minutes. Does not have the pace to get on the end of that. It's a good job for Nigeria that at the end he did. Anna with the throw. Drive to Samida back again, Mensah with the cross. Kaibu from Jordan Ayew. Pressure relief for Nigeria as we hit the final 2 minutes of normal time. One really big chance and 2 half chances since making it 2-1 Ghana. Will they get another? Length of only time. They can take that. Urenki again. Work to the early layoff. Nice. Thomas Asante with the cutback. Here's Abu Francis. Now Ayew. Oh, it's down for Francis! Oh, what a stop that is! Maybe a game-winning stop from Stanley Nwabali. He hasn't had that many saves to make in this game, but that one is brilliant. Abu Francis so nearly had his first goal for Ghana, and what a goal it would have been. A last-minute equaliser against the fierce rivals Nigeria, who would have surely taken us to penalties. Look at that from Ayew. The finish is clever too, but the goalkeeping is excellent. He's a big fella. He got down sharp here. Look at Otto Addo there. So close. And yet so far. 4 added minutes. I'm surprised it's only that. And Mohamed Husseini is about to come on for a debut. So we go into the first of those. We can't have a free kick. Maybe it. He's so nearly teed up the equaliser a minute ago, Jordan Ayew, and he so nearly scored about 15 minutes prior. He almost has experienced Alexander Sani in discussion. The longer they take to take it, the more you feel it won't all get added back on. There's a line in the sand there. Everybody's not allowed any further across from that. for a big goal. Played short. My goodness, they've made an absolute mess of that. And Stuart Atwell's got in the way of the Nigerian counter. He's saying, what could I do? I feel like Cyril Dessert could have avoided him, but anyway. Urenki. Why didn't they just put the ball in there? Jordan Ayew. What on earth was that? 2 minutes to go, although to be honest there should be another one beyond that. That's a nice touch. Babonsu here. That's a foul. No, it's not. Stuart Atwell says no. Stuart Atwell says goal kick. And that change will be made now. Babonsu is going to be replaced by Mohamed Husseini. But look at this free kick here. A free chance to put the ball in the box for Ghana. And that. And then Dessert in the way. Well, Otto-Addo, I should think, fuming at the free kick, and Eric Shell and his team, they're fuming at the officials. I'm not really sure what Stuart Atwell could have done. Well, is Mohamed Husseini going to come on? Is he going to be allowed to? Yes, so Babonsu is off. There he is behind a goal. On comes Mohamed Husseini, another debutant. Just had his breakthrough season in Belgium for Union Saint-Gilloise. Technically 1 minute of only time to go, but that is a minimum, and I suspect it'll be more like 2. Nigeria nearly there. They haven't exactly seen it out cleanly, but maybe they can see it out now. That is going to be a free kick. And they can kill some minutes, kill the game here. That might be it, I'm afraid, for Ghana. Salih Al-Samin has already been booked, and I tell you what, if this wasn't the 94th minute, in what is technically a friendly, I'm certain Stuart Atwell would have had the second yellow card out for that. Nigerian fans getting ready to celebrate. More than just your average friendly victory, this, I think. They are making great noise again. Can they hold out? And how much additional time on top of additional time are we going to get here? That's a lovely pass. And that's worth a hit. Maybe he got a little bit too excited. Mohamed Husseini, he snatched at it early, the debutant. Imagine that for an introduction. As the final whistle goes. Cracking game of football. And Nigeria, who won the very first Unity Cup in 2002, down the road at Loftus Road, will have a chance to lift it again here at the G-Tech on Saturday when they take on Jamaica for the trophy. Wonderful game of football with so many chances at both ends. It was fast and it was frantic and it was thoroughly entertaining. And a huge crowd here at Brentford has thoroughly enjoyed it. But the Nigerian fans are the ones that are celebrating. We've seen experienced players, we've seen a lot of debutants, and we've seen a victory for the Super Eagles, who were 2 goals up for an own goal and a nicely taken opener by Dessert. Brandon Thomas Asante, half the deficit with his first goal for Ghana. But it is the Super Eagles who have the widest smiles at full time here. After Dessert with the opener, was Razak Simpson with the own goal. In the first half, that was scarcely believable, the pace it was played at. Cracking entertainment. Individual excellence, very few mistakes, and a lot of noise. Eric Shell, the new coach, has got 2 wins and a draw so far since taking over Nigeria, and he will have a chance to win the Unity Cup because Nigeria have beaten Ghana here by 2 goals.
And the Nigerians have had a good one. It's been a match of two halves, if you ask me. The Nigerians played well in the first half. Ghanaians came back stronger in the second half. But can we say luck wasn't on the side of the Ghanaians, or would we want to say that, hey, this player didn't do this and this player didn't do that? But at the end of 90 minutes, they've sold a good game to the numerous fans who have gathered at the GT Stadium. So it's all ended in favor of the Nigerians. The Nigerians have run away with the win. A very, very landmark victory for the Super Eagles of the Nigerians. And there they will receive the applause from the fans. They put up a good game. They fought well. The Ghanaians, as I said, came back stronger. We'll take a look at where we fell short again in the second half. But at the end of it all, it's been sorted, done and dusted. And over the weekend, we will see the Black Stars in action again, this time against Trinidad and Tobago. What a game that would be. And then the Nigerians and the Jamaicans will also have to sort a few things out. The Jamaicans will come with their reggae music. The Nigerians will go with Eba, strong as always. And they will certainly declare their intent of gaining access to the trophy. It's been a good work done at the office. The Nigerian goalkeeper has been very, very positive in the game. Stanley Nwabali. He plays for Chippa United. What a game he's had. But this game has also unearthed a few quality players on the Ghanaian side. And my two guests will take a look at the quality that we've seen from some of them. But of course, the local import that made the trip also lived up to expectation. Razak Simpson. Not a very good first half for him. Kwame Opoku also played his part, his role. Some of us felt that Kwame Opoku could have stayed on for a bit longer. And I like the way the Nigerians have written Niger in front of their shirt. Clearly, that is their signal. And so it's all done and dusted. The fans will hail them as the lords over the Ghanaians. I didn't want to say this, but I'm tempted to say that it doesn't really mean that Nigeria Jollof is better than Ghanaian Jollof. I mean, nobody will take that away from me. But on the field of play, the scoreboard says it all. It's been 90 minutes plus add-on time, and it's ended in favor of the Nigerians. We will come back into the studio and have a little bit of a chat to find out exactly where we think we could have sharpened the edges. But it's been a good exercise, Coach Reggae, for Otoado. We all agree that the first half wasn't the best. He made a few changes. We also noticed some quality in the players, some of the players who made their debut for the Black Stars today. And I think it's been an eye-opener and a very good opportunity for the head coach.
100%. 100%. It's really clear. It shows that Ghana has a lot of potentials.
They are there.
It's a lot. We can't even describe them, because you can tell that the second half was really for Ghana. But the little mistake that I will also suggest that Jordan should have been taken out earlier
in the game,
so that they will leave it for the young boys.
You think he ran out of steam?
He has been a seasonal player.
Because obviously he's also not on the younger side.
That's right. And he's aging as well. He has been a seasonal player throughout Leicester, all the matches he has been in form.
Sure.
So this is a game where after 45 minutes, he has to just excuse himself so that the young boys too also can come in, showcase something. Because it was clearly that the second half should have been going for Ghana, but it's unfortunate. That's football.
What about the quality we saw on the field of play? A few of the players.
That's right. Somebody like Ban, the number 22, Jesse.
The number 22, Ban, did very well. Brandon Thomas Asante,
the one who scored,
who got the goal.
And then I think one of the Rasta, the Rasta boy
showed class. There was Caleb. Caleb also did very well. He showed a lot of pace, a lot of promise. And again, he's on the younger side. So it gives him a lot more opportunities.
And these are the boys that we need to assemble for friendly games. And then keep this Pate, Kudus and all those guys as our main standby Black Star team. So that they will be doing the transition. They will be just coming gradually into the main team. Like as we did in 2009. When the Day squad won the World Cup in the under-20.
Exactly.
They were
they were gradually shifted into
Rabiu, Didiayu, and all
Sure.
those people
Sure.
into the main national team. So this is what we need. But it's a good game. It's a lesson for us.
I think it's been a good game.
Yeah.
But for the head coach of the Nigerian team, Coach Richard, I'm not too sure. Help me with this. Was it a plan, in your humble opinion, was it a plan to keep more experienced players on the bench and then he brought them in later in the game? We saw Iheanacho come